CastleMania has got to be one of the most ambitious levels of our time, giving a whole new meaning to replayability in Geometry Dash. But what exact factors contribute to this? How can you make your levels replayable? Hello everyone, I'm Moldy Macaroniacs, but you can call me Moldy, and let me tell you that I've been waiting a long time for this level. When I saw this trailer that Serponge uploaded, I was amazed, and I steadily waited for Halloween night when it would release. Unfortunately, as I am sure many of you know, it was delayed to the weekend after. This hit me awfully hard, since I had that weekend essentially cleared to work on this video, and when it was finally released the weekend after, I ended up being really busy. Without a plan for last weekend's video, I ended up just uploading nothing, and who knows when I will upload this video. Anyway, the point is, I apologize for no video on the weekend of Halloween. But on a brighter topic, something of a decent proportion happened to me. Rafer himself watched and tweeted about my Sky Tower video, which is cool on its own, but because of so, popular YouTuber Omega Falcon found me and decided to give me a shoutout on his community tab, bringing me in like 50 subscribers over the span of like 2 days, which is incredibly amazing. So yeah, if either of you both happen to be watching this video, thanks so much Rafer and Omega Falcon, you really helped my channel to grow. Now we are at 365 subscribers as of writing this, almost at 400. So if you came here from Rafer or Omega Falcon, thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you stick around. I promise to provide entertaining content for the Geometry Dash community. Anyway, I steered this intro pretty off track, but I wanted to officially state all this in a video. So, as you can probably tell from the title of this video, we are obviously going to be analyzing CastleMania by Serponge and the gang, and how it creates replayability in a side-scroller video game. I know the answer may seem simple, but do consider my points, as I believe there is more to creating replayability than just having multiple pathways. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you like this video and my other content, and let's just dive right into this. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Yeah, pretty weird first point, huh? I know I literally just said that having multiple pathways is not what made CastleMania so replayable, but what I meant was that having multiple pathways is not the only thing that made CastleMania so replayable. Confusing, right? Anyway, the point is, you need the possibility for replayability, or at least value in doing so. CastleMania does this by having numerous routes and rooms to journey through and explore. However, this is not the only way to give levels replay value. You can do this through things like minigames with multiple outcomes, randomness, or sometimes just requiring the player to play the level again and enter a new code. While I highly recommend to avoid using the random trigger, or at least the 2.1 version, due to the possibility of getting the same thing over and over again, what I want you to take away from this is that having multiple pathways are not the only way to make a level replayable. I recently released my level Crystala's House, and I added a few minigames with multiple outcomes. You could win nothing, win a coin, or win a memory, which is a collectible exclusive to the level that reveals part of the level's lore when collected. I also hid these memories all throughout the level in many places, giving the player the possibility to replay the level to unlock more of the story. A better example is in Anubis' level Serpent's Wrath, where there are numerous outcomes and randomized bosses. A much more simpler way to add simple replayability, while not to a great extent, is to just simply add coins. Preferably good ones though. Let's take Rafer's levels for example. His levels are like 2 in 1, a version without the coins and a version where you do go for the coins. Going for the coins in his levels are an entirely different experience. Anyway, no matter how much I babble, this point can only be so long. The sum of all this is, you can't have a level be replayable without the possibility of something new to experience. Nobody is going to replay a level if they feel they already got the full experience. So if there is no value in replaying the level, why would someone want to do it? You need a special gimmick that gives replayability to your level. Whether it is having multiple paths to explore, different minigame outcomes, or random bosses, having something like this is crucial. Great, so now we have the ability for players to replay the level and get a different experience. However, why would they do this exactly? I can't imagine anyone replaying my level with the different minigame outcomes unless I explicitly told them to, which wouldn't work out very well since I am not very popular. So you need some simple encouragement to, well, encourage the player to replay your level. CastleMania does this in many ways, but most notably by literally visually showing the player at the end of the level which path they took and how much left is unexplored. Even if the average player who has not seen any of the trailers and has zero clue that this is an open world level, and somehow only discovers and goes through the standard route, there is a huge unmistakable visual map indicating that there is so much more to explore. And even without this map, the possibility of a player not accidentally stumbling into another pathway is incredibly unlikely due to how many places there are on the level to traverse up or down between rooms. While Serpent's Wrath by Anubis encouraged players to try out the different paths by Anubis telling them to, that works in his scenario since he is a decently popular community figure. And even without this, one of the pathways are obviously discovered by just collecting this free coin at the start of the level. The point is, you need to make it very clear that there is more to the level than found in only one playthrough. You need to encourage and convince the player to play again and find out more. I really like how CastleMania has an entire map to go along with the level. Using text to tell the player to do something is nowhere near as effective as visually showing the player what they have left to do. You should always show, not tell. So now we are getting somewhere. We have the possibility for the player to experience new things by replaying our level, and now we have clearly encouraged them to do so. What is left, you may ask? That is what we will be discussing next. Maybe I should have gone over this point before the last one, but nevertheless it is closely tied to both my previous points. Once you encourage the player to replay your level, the only reason they will actually do it is if they expect a new and different experience. This is why Serponge left a whole lot of things secret in the CastleMania trailers. If you spoiled everything, people would have no reason to try it out for themselves. One way CastleMania does this is by only revealing the path you took on the end map. Likewise, large portions of the map are unreachable at first or kept hidden through secret paths. Lots of the map is only reachable by taking certain paths, and even when taking one path, there are still some sub-paths to explore, sometimes leading to completely hidden and unknown rooms. The unknown is a really interesting concept. While some people fear it, others endorse it. It keeps people curious and keeps them wanting to play a level. Make it clear that there are loads of hidden things and secret pathways, and if the player truly believes you, which is why we have the encouragement point, they might go ahead and try and find some of the secrets. This is something so unique to CastleMania that I couldn't really find another level to use as a comparison. Levels like Serpent's Wrath don't really have anything unknown to discover, and even for my own level, I reveal all the outcomes at the end of the minigames. The unknown keeps people curious, and along with reason and encouragement, sheer curiosity may be the thing that makes even the toughest people to convince to replay your level. Even if you encourage someone to replay your level, they might not want to if they already know what they are going to experience. You want them to explore the level for themselves and discover things on their own. You want to keep things hidden so the player can find them. As the saying suggests, don't give the player one thing, but rather give them multiple things where they then have to work for the main thing. Don't give them the thing, but tell them it's there and have them work for it. So now, using the points we just analyzed, I have put together a formula to help you make a level with replayability, just like CastleMania. Firstly, you need to have a gimmick to give the player the possibility to experience different and new things by replaying your level. This can be done by adding numerous pathways that require multiple attempts, different outcomes, or random scenarios that the player is faced with. Secondly, you need to encourage the player and let them know and clearly understand that there is replayability in your level. Make it evident that there is a reason to replay your level. Thirdly and finally, don't just tell the player what they are going to do or experience by replaying the level, but just tell them that it is there and it is great, so that they have the curiosity to go and discover it on their own. In summary, if you have the possibility to replay a level and experience new things, encouragement for the player to help them to realize that there is replay value in your level, and the ability for the player to discover and experience things on their own, you could potentially make a level with just as much replay value as CastleMania. So yeah, that was how I believe CastleMania managed to fit so much replay value into it. However, I do have one tiny problem with the level. Because of how the level features many paths and requires the player to constantly move up and down in some cases, it can make the gameplay really confusing and annoying, which actually makes it even more annoying to replay. So please remember to keep your gameplay fair and forgiving. If there was an easier version of CastleMania out there, that would probably be pretty epic, I think. One where you don't need to focus so much on getting through, but one where you can be able to see and explore and just fully experience the beauty of the level. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to check out my previous two videos in this series analyzing Sky Tower and To-Do List. If you came from Rafer or Mega Falcon and have decided to stick around, then welcome to my channel and thanks so much. I absolutely love communicating and chatting with you all, so feel free to join my Discord server, which is linked in the description, or just leave a comment. I read and usually heart all comments, and I try to reply to most of them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, thanks so much for watching, and have a great day, as always.